The barista who humiliated me for using food stamps didn't know I owned the coffee shop. I let her finish her entire rant before introducing myself as her new boss. I never planned to visit my own coffee shop incognito, but after 3 months of remote ownership, minus reviewing sales reports and employee performance for my office across town minus, I realized I needed to experience moonlight coffee as a customer. So on a rainy Tuesday morning, I dressed down in my oldest jeans and rain-soaked hoodie, deliberately leaving my designer watch and typical business attire at home. I wanted authentic service, not special treatment, but I didn't plan was needing to use my EP card. My wallet had been stolen the previous day, and all I had was my emergency food stamp card minus a remnant from 3 years earlier. When my start pup failed, my husband left, and I found myself a single mom, living on Raven while rebuilding my life from scratch. I'd kept the card as a reminder of how quickly life can change. Now, it was literally all I had to pay with. The Clafnane was busy with morning rush when I approached the counter. The barista minus Megan, according to her name tag minus, greeted me with the practiced smile I'd trained all staff to use. I ordered a simple black coffee and breakfast sandwich, then quietly slid my ED card across the counter. "We don't accept those here," she said loud enough that several nearby customers turned to look. "This is a premium coffee shop, not a convenience store." I explained about my stolen wallet, that I just needed breakfast and that ED was actually accepted at our location minus a policy I'd specifically implemented when purchasing the business. "Look," she sighed dramatically, rolling her eyes, "even if we technically take them, people like you are the reason prices go up for everyone else. Maybe try saving money instead of spending government handouts on $5 coffee." Mary had gone uncomfortably quiet. I felt my cheeks burn as every eye in the room focused on our interaction. The manager minus, who should have intervened minus, was nowhere to be seen. "People like me?" I asked quietly. "Yeah, you know," she continued, apparently mistaking my calm for shame. "Taking advantage of the system. Here is a McDonald's down the street that's probably more your speed. We serve professionals here." I could have identified myself immediately. I could have fired her on the spot. Instead, I simply asked, "Is that the official position of Moonlight Coffee, that customers using government assistance should go elsewhere?" Something in my tone finally registered. She hesitated, then doubled down. "It's my personal opinion, and as shift supervisor, I have discretion over customer issues." "I see," I nodded. "And how long have you been shift supervisor, Megan?" 2 months, she replied, confusion creeping into her expression. "Why?" I reached into my pocket and placed my business card on the counter. "Because I am Alexander Winters. I purchased this location 3 months ago. This is my coffee shop." The color drained from her face as murmurs spread through the Barista. Several customers who had been filming the interaction were now struggling to hide their smiles. I didn't know," she stammered clearly. I replied, "Please ask Thomas to come from the back office." When the manager appeared, I calmly explained that I was conducting an unannounced visit and had encountered a concerning customer service situation. I asked him to refund the customers who had been waiting during the incident, then meet me in his office with Megan. The conversation that followed wasn't about firing her as many would expect. Instead, I shared my own story of using food stamps while building the business that eventually allowed me to purchase this very coffee shop. I explained that people like me sometimes include future entrepreneurs, laid-off professionals, and hardworking parents in temporary difficulties. Megan didn't lose her job that day, but she did lose her supervisor position. She also gained a mandatory assignment minus working with our local food bank for community service hours. 6 months later, she's still with us and has become one of our most compassionate employees. Some people need to lose everything to learn empathy. Others just need to be reminded that the person they're judging might someday be their boss.